Vizio Air, represented by Zanelle Casimir, Cheyenne Audain, and Caesar Catton from Grambling State University. Vizio Air is a miniature device that detects a wide array of air pollutants and shares the results in real time via a mobile app.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Cheyenne Audain, a mathematics and physics major at Grambling State University with a concentration in actuarial science and a computer science minor. These are my teammates, Caesar Catton Jr., an electrical engineering major, and Sonel Kazumi, an accounting major, and together we present to you Vizio Air. Now, recently, the global population surpassed 8 billion people, and we all know that there is a problem when it comes to rising air pollution, which cause high rates of cancer, increase in respiratory illnesses, which all boils down to a high medical cost. Now, speaking of rising air pollution, Tulane University conducted a survey on the state of Louisiana, where they found that certain areas in the state are exposed to high level of pollutants, particularly ozone and particulate matter 2.5, which is a problem not just for the state of Louisiana, but for cities in the United States of America. I specifically want to point out regions 2, 3, and 9. This study found that people in these areas exposed to these levels of pollutant exhibit certain lung damage progression similar to that seen in smokers. In other words, the study went on to say that being exposed to just 10 years of these levels of ozone in these areas is equivalent to smoking 20 cigarettes a day for the next 29 years. Now, let that sink in for a second. But have no fear. This is why we present Vizio Air. Now, what is Vizio Air? Vizio Air is a revolutionary device that will measure a range of different air pollutants, sends out an alert to your mobile device, depending on the level of air pollutants, and gives you the necessary steps or recommendations to bring down those levels of pollutants in your home. Now, I am big on my health, and I know that most of you here are. That is why Vizio Air, some of the benefits of Vizio Air are health, it's easy to use, it's user-friendly, and it gives you a peace of mind. Who doesn't want a peace of mind when you know what you are breathing in? This is just a demo of our device. This is our product, which shows how the different sensors are stacked on one another and measures the different pollutants which we are trying to measure. This is a miniature prototype of our device that we 3D printed in our engineering department at Grambling State University. Now, how does Vizio Air works? Vizio Air works by first measuring a range of different air pollutants. Once these levels are measured, it sends out an alert to you via your mobile device, and it gives you the necessary steps to take to bring down those levels of pollutant, depends on the level. Now, what sort of pollutants are we trying to measure? We are measuring carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, of course. We are also measuring ozone and particulate matter, which are plaguing some of the big cities in the United States and around the world. We are taking it a step further, and we are also measuring sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Now, Vizio Air is a smart device. It can be connected to your home electronic ecosystem, such as your smart HEPA air filters and smart humidifiers. The World Health Organization conducted a study where they found that approximately 7 million people suffer from premature deaths every year. Air pollution is one of the greatest environmental threats to human health right now, and it accounts for a wide range of respiratory illnesses such as bronchitis, asthma, and not forgetting lung cancer. So who are we targeting? We are targeting anyone essentially living in or around a polluted area. Now, our main target for right now are homeowners and renters in cities and near factories like New Orleans, military bases and outposts, hospitals, and not forgetting the industrial spaces where a lot of particulate matter can harbor. Now, we pushed out a survey to find how viable this business is. And in this survey, we found that 90% of people said that they saw a need for this device if they lived in a high-risk area, whereas 93.3% of people found that they believe that this device can improve their health and it would be a good addition to the home electronic ecosystem, while 73.3% of people believed that this device has the potential to replace the traditional carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide detectors. Now, our business model, some of the things that we are generating, our revenue, annual subscription, upgrades, direct sales, cost structure, software, manufacturing costs, and our value proposition. This device has the potential to reduce a large health costs. Our marketing strategy, we are going to use targeted marketing such as social media, website, to push our device out there to our intended target. Now, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide detectors are, so to speak, dumb, whereas Vizio Air is easy to use and it's easily measured via the mobile app, and it measures a range of different air pollutants. Now, here's our prototype. Let's take a look and see what we have in store. At Vizio Air, we are thinking about next steps. Our first agenda of business is to secure funding, then do some research to find the best technology so we could maybe make this device as small to fit in a portable device like a watch. Again, here's the team behind Vizio Air, and thank you. Remember, there is no wealth without health. That is why Vizio Air is here. Thank you very much. Now, if you guys have any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys may have.
Thank you. Makisha Judson, Louisiana Economic Development. I wanted to, first of all, great presentation and thank you all.
Thank you.
What are the recommendations? For example, if there was the alarm were to go off, what would be some of the recommendations to, I feel like you said that at some point in your presentation, to kind of get rid of or clean air, right? Or to.
Great question. All right, with the device is a smart device which will be connected to your, for example, high efficiency particulate matter air filters and smart humidifiers. So for example, if we were to detect a high level of particulate matter in your home, the device will automatically send a signal to the smart devices like the HEPA air filters, which will turn on and help reduce these levels of pollutant in your home like 2.5, thereby rendering it safe. And also, instead of leaving, you may say that you could just turn this device on by yourself, but this will lead to a high electricity bill. So the device actually turns on, depends on the level, and when the levels drop, turns off, thereby saving you electricity, all while protecting your health.
This is Jelena Bolden. Thank you. I work for AT&T and I lead the environment, health, and safety. So this is right up my alley. So this is music to my ears. So good job for what you're doing in this area. My question is, what is the accuracy rate of your device, and how did you determine the accuracy? What is the rate and how did you determine it?
Okay, first of all, we determine the accuracy rate based off the current market using the sensors, for example, the ozone analyzers. We also developed the accuracy rate against atmospheric sensors, atmospheric air sensors, such as against the AQI, the air quality index.
And what is the accuracy rate?
Our accuracy rate is approximately 95%.
Well, in terms of your target market, your customers, you
Yeah.
talked about individuals, personal consumers. Have you thought about also selling to businesses that, and I mean, businesses, certain businesses produce pollutants, and but have you thought about selling to businesses as a way to keep their work environments safe, to also prove that their work environments are safe, to set up fail safes where if any levels of contaminants do rise above a certain level, they can clear out the affected areas? Because I think that might be, a potentially significant market to look at.
That's a great question. And in my target audience, I said our initial target are homeowners and renters, because in our thought process while coming up with this business idea, we're mainly thinking about homeowners, renters, and then at the end I have like industrial spaces. So that just goes to say that we have the vision for expansion. So one day we will want this device to be in some of the industrialized spaces, and not just industry, and not just the factories and things of that nature. But what about other businesses? I mean, pollution is happening everywhere. Coming into New Orleans yesterday, I'm not sure if it's fog or smog, whichever one it is, but places like San Francisco, Beijing, in Beijing right now, people wear masks. So of course, we're looking at putting this device essentially anywhere where pollution is happening.
And also, too, don't forget about the schools, especially in the areas that was featured on the map. Southern University being one of them, and some of the K through 12 schools are in some of those areas too that have young people and folks that frequent them. And so, as you're thinking about your businesses, just think about who will all be able to benefit from your product. And it does go beyond just your homeowner. While that is a great initial start, there's greater potential there.
Thank you.
I have one more question about a data point. You said that there were 7 million premature deaths due to air pollution. Were those deaths due to air pollutants in the home or out, or did you mean outdoors?
According to the World Health Organization, they did not specify if it was in the home or outdoors, but I'm going to take a guess. I'm assuming it's everywhere, according to the World Health Organization that conducted the study. But I don't think it's an indoor study that they did.
If it were indoors, I'd want the first one.
Yeah. But still, that is a large number of premature deaths per year for air pollution. Any other questions? All right. Thank you guys for your time.